Hi, it's Paul Francisco News Broadcast, speaking to Cooper Lawrence. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
You're a psychologist and a radio host and an author and expert in celebrity culture and fame, okay?
That's right.
Are you stressed?
Me? No, of course not. No, well, everybody is. I mean, there's certain situations you get into that you're completely out of control of, and it makes you feel stressed out, whether it's sitting in traffic or you're waiting in line at the bank or at an airport. Or you're stuck on hold on a telephone. Those kind of things are situations that are out of your control, and it makes you feel stress.
Okay, we're going to talk about the state-of-art solutions for a stress-free living. And Cooper has all this background. And so, what do you mean state-of-art solutions?
Well, first, you got to look at the research. You know, a new Harris Interactive poll found that 66% of computer users are stressed out that their computer technology hasn't caught up to their needs. And a whopping 23% of people in that survey said that they were extremely stressed. So, you know, if you think about it, we spend a lot of time with our devices, right? We have laptops and cell phones and Blackberries, and it's really important for us to stay connected, download music, you know, whatever we have. So when it doesn't meet our needs, it makes us feel it's just another source of stress for us.
I agree entirely. In fact, we have a stressful situation in our over here. We have a computer, and one of our editors, is basically telling me the thing is kind of like too old, and it's taking too long to get done what we need to get done. And it's not, so we're not getting stories up quickly enough.
Right.
And the fact, the reality is that times change, the programs change. We have, a more updated Adobe editing system now, and the computer basically can't handle it.
And that's a big problem that a lot of people have. I mean, even in their everyday life, just trying to download music or getting on YouTube. You know, and even now, if you look at digital cameras, they used to be 2.1 megapixels. Now they're 10 plus.
Right.
You know, so that kind of thing causes us stress. And our friends at Intel came up with a term for that. They call it the hourglass syndrome. And it means that you're sitting in front of your computer, you're feeling very frustrated because that little hourglass is spinning and freezing, and you feel frustrated like there's nothing you can do about it. So Intel has new technology. It's a core processor, family of processors that are smart processors, which means the processor knows how much you need it to work. So if you're downloading a lot of data or a lot of files, or you're working at a high performance, it catches up to you.
Really?
Versus if you're just sending an email and you need to conserve energy because, you know, again, it's all about being green these days.
Mm-hmm.
So it knows exactly what you need, which is why we call it smart technology.
Well, they're ahead of the game always in that. I think they have the Atom processor.
Right.
That's a real energy efficient processor. So what is this? Is there a name to this, or this type of processor?
It's the i5 core processor. It's a whole new family of processors that they have that have come out that basically meet your needs. Now, the thing is, you have a computer, right, who's 3 years old or greater than that, and you're having the problem that you were discussing earlier with your editor. So having a faster processor really makes the difference for us.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, I think as you start to look around, I know Intel has, in many of these events that I go to, the electronic shows and so on and so forth, they like to set up the whole house in the sense of the different rooms that we are now more relied on computerization, on the cellular phones, all these kinds of things. It's a new technology lifestyle, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, just think about the day that you left your cell phone at home. I mean, you feel disconnected from the world. You just want to get, I know I'm really busy today, but I really want to go back home and get my cell phone.
I have to go back home.
Exactly. I mean, it completely throws us off now, and that's how we stay connected with each other. So the good side of technology is that we do have more information. We are staying more connected to each other. The downside is when the technology is causing us stress because it's not at the level we need it to be.
Well, since you are a psychologist, all right, so now let's, stress is stress, things happen, part of life, right?
Right, true.
How do we handle it?
Well, the first thing you've got to do is realize that there's always going to be things out of your control. There's always going to be the guy in traffic who's cutting you off. There's always going to be the idiot on the phone that doesn't understand a word you're saying because, there's a bad connection or something like that. So the only thing you can have control over is yourself. So it's once you realize that and you take a global approach and you think to yourself, you know what, I can get stressed about this, or I can just zen through it and know that this is always going to be a situation. That's the first thing that'll help. The second thing is if you plan your behavior better, if you manage your day better. So let's say you have these meetings looming. If you make them specifically, let's say Friday at 4 o'clock, first of all, you now have a plan. So that makes you feel less stressed, and you know you're going to get it done. You're more likely to get it done. So these are little techniques and things you can do to feel more in control of your life.
Okay, that's good. Good advice here. There's something here about Facebook. What's going on there?
Yes, absolutely. If you want to take a stress test and see how stressed out you are, go to facebook.com/Intel and take that stress test, and you can enter to win a brand new laptop with the new technology that I was telling you about.
Really? Okay. So what's on there? What's on? Let me see here. I should look that up. You
should look that up, Paul, and see how stressed you are.
What are some questions on there? I didn't link to that.
We don't have time to go into all the questions on there.
The most
important thing is that you can win a laptop, which, free stuff. What's better than that?
I'm feeling calmer already.
Yes,
okay.
See?